so now your government appointee na wunnim na sume we ye bibia ne emra ne mfa ye be revoke your appointment no so what you say emfa won say we obe revoke no be time no because in the eyes of God ne kra no odi no
okay
ono ko ye president no kra no oko article 69 of the 1992 constitution there were ade bu a friend removal of the president say oye bibi na wa act in accordance with the 1992 constitution of Ghana you bet ma impeach no as president how much more you obi aya appointed because President Mahama betna so no yes back for instant me kata nyankopon ni into the power invested in him as the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces no sa power no en wa disseminate ama afoforo so what you say the beya obi a betimi ada board na ono point ni na odo na dama no ba wo se ye koyefi
ani tina buso medin ka catch that say hase ne de ba che say ensem ahodo a ekoso e wo man kronkron Ghana mu ase no ana mekope de che say ebeboa wo anka se bebo man kronkron Ghana de nyine tia yebenyamu aba yebenyamu afutu in fact ensem ankasa ahodo nso e wo this particular video amede eba besum yedin kan eti kakra bi na yebekọ ni akwa enjoy the full video team say video we so ewa ankasa ntimesrew sa abre ba be ko benya bre na chese obetena se na obehwe video we e de akwa kwesi because ensem de bebre na ana ewu ma me de ebrew ewa hase se de bia yenyina so betimi enya ensem ne emu enchiremu peye na se de sitie no yebekọ ni akwa akwahwe mesew sanse na wadarema obu any die kwa se wonya subscribe en fama YouTube channel ya now what do one say abo subscribe button so that I'm here now what turn on the bell notification icon so be ya next time bia no video set say any day change say and am dey bro e wa hase so bia so binya ensema e koso e micro Ghana mu ase no emu enchiremu peye ne sense no messel so be ni na e dey am ade pa kon so messel say we hwe video hwe the number of likes I will video ya say now reviews na team say enko current messel so adaroma obeboa me wa bra o like video so ere amame na bibia so etimi ay kama me so be ni nyina na ode aboa amache se channel we etimi akwane ni mpeye enya asem keto ayenko ni enkwaje sanse mo nyina emu enchiremu emfambra medin ere kwame gentle
na nine into I think say nipa ne da so wo ha for the meantime until say ye benye obi obetima replace na that one is better
wow and yengura mu aya waso east yemfa no nin kan answer no say more issue statement for me 3-member committee President John Dramani Mahama so issue statement na ababa wo be a friend no Jennifer Opon na oye Kennedy Akompre ko Japan
MPP
na o campaign Emma Kennedy pa na obetwra de bi to ha wo say the Nanado we know wouldn't have done or said anything to Baba Jama. JM is indeed the hope for mother Ghana.
Yes. And the crown no kano because senke asemi ya ekosu senke President Akufo-Addo time ke be koso ama papa na holding the position no because there is no discipline in the party. They lack discipline, the MPP party. That's the difference between MPP as a political party and the NDC as a political party. Yani yemfa won say oboaye ene e ba power so oba na mra ni diwa ye be make sure so be face law no so what you say senke Akufo-Addo time all kind of san be ka say ya grow senke President Akufo-Addo time ka papa no be cause wa holding the position oh we do a party but yen German nka that's one problem I have Africa
okay
say nipa na ya ade na ye betwe na so say next time so nya sa opportunity na when timi anye sa ade ni biem no ye be koso awo nipa na ti koso won koso nye na dwuma so what you say President Mahama person kire Ghana for say NDC as a political party na wo ho no ana second chance no mo de amaye no enye se biago ne ba bedi o ye di two mission won sa you are expected to play your role
okay
ana emrana a govern one so make sure you go in order any kwanso contradict pe he as the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces under Article 57 clause 1 of the 1992 constitution obe you ready ene da hon unsa shock you obi no be free say bia ade na allegation na ekoso no ka president Mahama de ne sabehye ne dem rifam no leader enye sa yese okonfoboni a obetena makura bono ese ya ono so ye den etimu bi enti se wo appointees ni bi ye eniamo ho nsem na sebi ene mra no Ghana mra ne mfa na betena wa mana aye adwuma it will go against you at the end of the day because on adan no so what you say enti I was very happy when this happened. I was very, very, very happy. Esa na be ma sebi obi owo yemfa ne se CPP, PNC, MPP ebe hu se NDC a party are disciplined adwuma. Eno na ma abrofo na di anim kwan no discipline. The word discipline because abrofo no so ye president kura na contradict law yemfa so ye president o
emran no bedi
sanete e wa buchire once ya tire no in a codified single book on there once abe contradict no I was emran no di se sa de we e operate from Kwame Nkrumah time be sina ka Ghana ke yaku yanim kura chense I'm telling you ke yaku yanim kura chense o hwe president Akufo-Addo at the time obetena ban mu 8 years na ne family members were appointed to more various positions no so okay it be a minister for finance, minister for roads and highways. Say omuye bibi na say Akufo-Addo e kana no tuma un say o mine no say no at the end of the day ye be fan say be e tra but obi tinchan obi hu say discipline enya adwuma wo kromu ha ba nipa ne ye na wo twe na so a na serve as a deterrence to others. See the president Mahama ye no as serve as a deterrence to others o amu bia ye steady inti sesi ano o ye government appointee na o ye obi bia obehwe wonam ntuomu ye se de be ya ho nkire ope emfa won se president Mahama o na atena TV so eye campaign man no e mane ba power o contradict pe emra no bedi sesi ye the discipline a leader without discipline no most of times no onko wanim
okay
one man discipline anya ndwuma e wo between one unkofo na no ye adwuma na you are going to fail at the end of the day and the word discipline na Akufo-Addo mo amfa anya adwuma no e na mo fail on mine 8 years no because say allegation bi kura ba say we are we kura na onya won hwe no aka na no atum na ot Jubilee House wo so what you say
okay
say you resist issue bi say na wo ka wano tuma na say in a way no
o support it
so what you say inti but ya ban so the president Mahama person kire NDC a Ghana for say irrespective of nipa we ye e wo party nim say ya appoint na ya government appointee na wunnim na sune we ye bibia ne emra ne mfa ye be revoke your appointment no so what you say emfa won say we be revoke no be time no because in the eyes of God ne kure no odi no
okay
ono kro ye president no kra no oko article 69 of the 1992 constitution ye wade bu wa ye friend removal of the president say oye bibi na wa ate in accordance with the 1992 constitution of Ghana ye betima impeach no as president how much more you obi aya appointed because president Mahama betna so no ye se ba for instant min kata nyankopon ni
yeah
into the power invested in him as the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces no sa power no and we disseminate ama afoforo so what you say the beya obia betimi ada board na no nko ntimi nyini na odo on edama no ba wasi we koye CEO we koye managing director ha we koye MC we koye say say the beya yi na be dey ebetimi akọ animu because a tree does not make a forest without unity you cannot achieve a common purpose
okay
enti say wona ya appoint wa wakọ hye won make sure say wadwuma na wo ye no like my eno no nya wo focus enye wa adwen say wo ye bibi e be contradict mra no na agya wona na mo just because o ye party ba so what we need discipline in this country and that's what is working ana adie we na president Mahama aye no ebema onyankopon ehira no bibre because enye leaders na ne betima ye de waye no baba jama onim president Mahama pa senka eka sebi kebe din ama so betu no mewa uko USA emfa won say Obama ye wadam for appoint minister oye bibi na enye to mmara pe e wo so oyi ufiri ho
yeah
ti now no NDC aban no a ya betena so 12 years no ye the discipline ene ebe ye adwuma
MPP betena so 12 years
NDC
betena so 12
yeah betena so 12
years to 2028 abako
oh na me de say ye beba ho because 2028 election no ye decide ye e 31st January 2026 o de ye beba ho enti baba jama asem na e koso no de ye say when a lizard consume a pepper it is not the frog that suffer for it ayonoa ne actions any demeanor any ade a oyeye no ana ama president Mahama ayede asake no so ati ase on say sisi agene topon oye MPP nipa o mapa on so no e ka no kore senka ye kufu ado abreso a ka papa no da so hodi ni position ken ko ba bia because and the kufu ado time na obi atimi ye de ope no go scot free okay at the time chama want me not TV so ana Mahama ye komfo ana we ka president bia ko be take action e was ade no na ho free no yi gold good table so abra galamse e koso okromo dika e wo se ye twena so no na ho free but president Mahama abreso de wa wonnim a obetomra no e wo se mra no di the law is the law.
Wow. So now 2028 elections NPP akomo primaries awie I think say before the primaries ye didi nkoma now the old face Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Oba Beshia new face NDC mu.
The last time me can Kumasi online TV say for the MPP to win the 2028 general election with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as their flag bearer, unless a fish that has been caught, smoked, dried, and stored for sale is able to walk back to the sea. I repeat, for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as MPP flag bearer to win the 2028 general election, unless a fish that has been caught, smoked, dried, and stored for sale is able to walk back to the sea. Because it's impossible for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to come back to win the general election. And I'll base it on facts. So MPP for mindset way, Omagwin almost say Mahmoud Bawumia no obi a wabe vice president for 8 years in the current in Ghana for ni na
yeah or you well known
ana afin so they not nchen a wasa abe try pen amene lusu into automatically so saba this year and so likely so be win just because NDC the new face neighbor we tetekwa politics this time around. Ghanaians don't vote on the person now obano in your vote for based on the economy. Obet now so 8 years no benefit ben na we man nipa no e man benefit free ade ben na we ya nipa nitimi benefit free sa na nipa no bebusa no so president Mahama bet na so you no want to turn your man ya sebio na nipa no in their daily lives and reflect here ufri so okwakoto aba ma NDC onye sada but sisi a MPP ni bia no betima ba out etima se afe ne se aduasa mienu aka kire Ghana for say President Mahama, when it comes to the economic indicators, when you compare it with at the time Mahama Bawumia tisu 8 years now, MPP are buying the no better change Mahama the. This was the man who told us in opposition, Bawumia, was it presidency not a remedial class for correction of mistakes? Or Kano Asha Fem, City News at the 14th October 2020.
Yeah, me kaisa you know.
Or say presidency not a remedial class for correction of mistakes. Or just say presidency a place is meant for serious business.
You find ya grow now failure Obeso
kwatwere biem. Until at the end of the day Ghana for your person on one ye de on one enum asem wo on one enum asem wo. Say presidency is not a remedial class for correction of mistakes. Ana Bawumia be den. Dear no babe. Because Ghana for at time also a failed commodity. That's how Ghanaians see you now, because your purpose was to stabilize the city, but at the end of the day you were not able to stabilize the city, so automatically you have failed into obeying. So we are politician now in future. Nobody can predict the future. Nobody knows tomorrow, including God. Only God. And kwani nim ochina. Inti die na be council kwa kwatena baabi akoka say presidency not a remedial class for correction of mistakes. Unim so obitimi fail. Ni esa etimi man second chance. E man itimi perform.
Yeah.
It's there. So why should you say this? Why should you say this? Na Ghana for no waka same way na wa go score free ni aya sa sala aba beto aba ma. Say ye hurry enim koso. It's not possible.
But other than share the ideas that he's bringing on board.
Ideas. When it comes to ideas, crowd your more chain. Because way back in 2016, the ideas normally buy no. We thought say we were going to walk in the street of gold, but at the end of the day, bonsam Jim normally akoi. Ideas now about mood by Omiani MPP are buying about 2016. No. Nobody was saying say like chimebi won ne tasum, but ne too much for them. You see only a foolish man go after the leopard with bare hand. Ne a bro man who den so like Obeka chere say obe build the concrete roads e Ghana any na. Concrete roads. Do you think it's easy to do concrete roads? And now I'm no ka say 8 years o me free so concrete roads ba umia on chere baby ba kwa concrete roads no. O ka say moving Ghana from taxation to production. You can say moving Ghana from taxation to production. And say taxes say why now it serve as a revenue to the government. No be scrap it. Ne say Ghana for yin tax. San no person chere. Busa say or can moving Ghana from taxation to production. No. How many taxes no be or the be told so 8 years? Ne say 50. Out of 50 no, President Mahama oko page 22 of our 2024 party manifesto. E-levy, betting tax, COVID-19 levy, emission levy, any other. Okay, so best scrubbing in everywhere. And now I'm no say you can attest to the fact say oko page 42 of our 2025 national budget kind of parliament. Betting tax, e-levy, emission levy is not there. Page 126 of our 2026 budget. Yeah, the COVID-19 levy shems here best scrub here for, and then you can attest to the fact say any new into ideas baby. Ideas by telling us say they are going to build 350 senior high schools. Busan 350 senior high schools now.
That was the old ideas. Also a new vision.
New vision.
Say old ideas no aboboso. So why don't we wait for 20 campaign starting or the manifesto banner on?
Me busa Asem. In a young family fee. I say Obiaba. Yeah, I guess I'm about Obaba ho. My best Obaba say, me be say, me no kotna as Oba ni ukunu. Now my promise was say within 8 years, ye kotna no. Me ne be wo nkura mienu. Me ye be bro banana mienu. Na 8 years ne so ye. Ma me yeren kwent ma me scourge ba kokora mpo. Na nka be se wa be wumpo. Now if you Joe Bano, a free man, na me sa baby himself, sa mammy another 8 years. What the mammy? What the mammy? Oh, for mammy. So that's what has happened. And the honest I am, Yan said they want to compare Baumia to Mahama. Almost say Mahama, Abba, 2020 Lusu year, 2016 Lusu year, 2024 Ghana for Toman automatically. Yeah, San ABC Baumia, Abreso. But Omure fi omo say yem fa no kura say President Mahama betna so from 2013 to 2016 no Ophelia simple Ophelia it cannot be compared to Baumia 8 years now or the oman no e kwan we him no because under Mahama 4 years no we did not default on our debt obligation ni etimi bobosia and the MPP ni etimi bobosia under Mahama your credit rating anko junk status to say the Kufuado ne Baumia ekoye no under Mahama about 850,000 people were not plunged into poverty as compared to Baumia. So what you say So when you are trying to, I see them comparing Mahama to Bawumia, it's like comparing oranges with apples. I want to tell the MPP people that no matter how a lizard do a press up, it will never get the chest of an alligator. There is no way say Bawumia between one compare President Mahama. Hey, one thing about Africans, they say you free say you be a PhD no, what being bebrebe no. Ono na a leader. Enye say what being no nche so ubetuma a leader. So what you say? Obu how you academically good. Need your books. Bawumia say me hwe na nka esen koye economic lecture. Yes, esen koye economic lecture. Onye leader.
On say the reasons why NPP for third man say you being a leader is different from you being a deputy leader. You being a leader, you take decision on your own. Oh, and person me kwa. Oh, and person me PA.
Yeah.
Oh, and person me kwatena. And near when I wa han wo dan. Onkwa na wote. Bosume so a wo ye wo.
Enti normal person mo kire say Mahmoud Bawumia vice president say ni emblem no.
Yeah.
Say na no adwo asa focus Asem no. At the time na omo ye omo MPP prime minister no campaign no. So me say wo ka say Mahmoud Bawumia no ye a finance minister.
There be so your finance minister.
No, no, me busano. At the time I do so, idiot say way back in 2015. Now President Mahama no minister for energy. You see, their arguments are not based on facts. How can you come and I say they take Ghanaians like say we are zombies. Nipa na ye de economy na sheninsa. So mbambe bu o man no. No wa failure oba be ka asem bi e be to Ghana ni akoma so no wasa nya omu gidie no no akoto abama no hwe de woka o se Mahmoud Bawumia unse chick yipa no watu aman no o se Mahmoud Bawumia no ye a finance minister.
So no onye finance minister.
Yes, no onye finance minister, but at the time ana 2015 dum so di atese wo Ghana ha no ya mfa nkohye minister for energy ye ka say President Mahama because why on a leader on a dan no. So leader say problem be bad, you must take responsibility
and solve it.
So what you say? More time na mo de share Russian Ukraine war. Nancy World Bank ebe expose mo. So what you say? Mahama no nye minister for energy. Enso dum so di atese wo ha no. Ye de share no. O took responsibility e survey. So wa winim join news Bawumia na attest here. Mahama deserves no credit for fixing dum so. Wa fixing dum so. Or say Mensa Bunsu Tina Hello FM. Mahama solved them so energy analysis. Our join news 26 February 2021. Or say NDZ deserve credit for fixing them so. Now say no a leader and no take responsibility the survey. One can say me a president me too many be am a minister for energy nti on na say solve nti anya masem there be of a problem no and no survey. It is also what say economy na mo motese no na say mu take precautions be ways and means be na yede mo de solve na nye blame games because as a leader no you must know that sometimes you need to chase away the hyena before you blame the goat. It's a problem be bad, you must find the main cause of the problem before you blame the innocent party as a leader. O man fan kwashe Russian Ukraine war ama Nancy World Bank be expose wo thinking say omonko na African country e okromu you 54 countries in Africa. But at the time I call economic mess no Nigeria they be performing far better than them no they were performing better than us. But in terms of population wise omodos change bebre. And so because they were having responsible leaders problem ne buy no they took responsibility to solve their issue.
Okay,
that's the concern about Ghana and no nana Ghana for pay mess na ya come enkoye blame games on internet to abama no to find the ways and means na solve it internet. Okay, 2016 omote economic management team bi no okay Professor Jamba for Alan Kwadwo Chiremanten mebwa odi no kra to nchen a omoto abawie no ana mu say MPP delegate no they think about themselves only, they don't think about the grassroots.
NDP delegates.
Yes.
I don't mind it.
Sen komo thinking about the grassroots and komo ko yiba Bawumia. I'm telling you.
But I don't know, I'm more expecting NDP delegates to vote for Kennedy. What's a more believe mom so started them who Kennedy campaign.
For me, okay, say a be more by me to me no. All the five from there no baby be a misro. de no mo bebe bia nu ana misro because oba de na ababeka obeka economy na economy your time o ya de chemi ana me buy no ma feel 24-hour economy na mo kan wanse me na nansi de ko parliament no a pass no e be adwuma ti de na ababeka me say all those 5 people no all mobile they are the same people oh enye wan say Bawumia de onye competent leader no me dwane akọ Kennedy na edutwum they are the same people economic mess na ye course wo kromwa for 8 years they were all in this country and a course
okay
they were all in this country sisi a president Mahama tisui na nyame amfa samba no feli sisi ana yemfa blame ne nko ama no ye de bema NDC fo ni na meme communicator me so meji blame me betra se me be defend the NDC so ye be bomachi so motia na da bia na Mahama na wa yesi na wa yesi so still na wo dia wa fail meji blame ni bi enye Mahama nko a enti sa tam na economic mess e koso no ana Bawumia ye vice president awe ye Akufo-Addo ye president no se mo ye patriotic citizen a mo dwena o man ne ho a e wo se so mo ye bibi na etochima you can advise them. You can advise them. We leader no chese intimi ma metufu.
But ni fear
for
Bawumia coming again.
Bawumia dey no babeka.
Omo so say dey mo beka fa Bawumia ho nyina ma Canada. Who doesn't know say Bawumia ma dollar ko soro. Who doesn't know Pualugu da.
Now ka say Ghana for ni is so down or so daft to the extent say na dollar ene nam 17 cedis ni akire no. Ne dollar ba 10 cedis no obeje no ho akoto am obi odi do 17 cedis wanya wan be yes ade no ebia onto say bia te say the miracle kan no ebia ne bo hye no enyam be mu so ka say ye dollar no be do 25 cedis ebia ti say yes na ye de sa ade we edu 2028 they should forget enya adwuma
people are saying say NPP they free SHS that time when you complain about this free SHS when you talk about this free SHS
so mom campaign message
yes anu bi so na ye ewura mo no amam for say o kan bibia dollar o say o kan bibia o dollar ba form or NDC ni kan dollar we o na say fuel price kura ba form people are saying say as mama tension in the economic yini nyina akwa based on the dollar and petrol
sa no mo kan.
Yeah, that's what people are saying.
Last you say ya to force and catch Ghana for say you be create over 800,000 jobs. 800,000 jobs no will be based on the 24-hour economy. And also near the core parliament na you be passing. So all those people no more kasa ni na no mo hwe. They should just watch us. Enye kasa bebreo. Tem bia me catch say in terms of governance nenye kasa tentene
actions.
Action. Sisi a eno na Ghana for people action enye so betran oh me ba me say enye no na Ghana for pe sisi e pe action ti Ghana for hwe so almost say dollar nko ani fuel yi ne de brag ye ho a e be kakra the jobs e betu ye ho e ukromu a because that was the main primitive year Ghana for koto abaman because memu bebre nya adwuma nye at the time way back 2016 na that 8.4 MPP omoka say adwuma bebu ama Ghana for enya adwuma ye no omo do 14.7 but say 90% of them no MPP for now omo de unemployment we do 14.7 dia wo kan as omo person omo de pressure e to aban say no MPP for no omo desperate
for power
omo desperate for power pa and now per time pans one MPP and Ghana for power this is the time omo nya gitumi na yawu
adintia
they omuni at the Pebiama Ghana. Omomo the say they are coming to loot left and right. Now Ufi say Adintina delegate to Bawumia. Dintia. They are coming to loot left and right center. Lutuno me luto ma intikano and ambassador Ufi say omo ba be maybe ama unye bi ana wafas bi anya biaye. There be oba odnebusuafo na ebegum na obia pointi bia one chance so enya na chefa. Because I have said it times without number, keeping an average MPP appointee from being corrupt is like keeping a goat from eating yam. Oh yeah, then obefa. Say ye masanko for a chance, momo saba bima. Ye be baby a you be say jaw manchisim.
So do you think so with the new face NDC day ban 2028 NDC dia?
Yeah dia because Ghana for a vote based on a juma obaya obeye den obeye obetena so a your purpose is to satisfy the needs and aspirations of Ghanaians.
Okay.
You are not here to impress anybody. You say a lion does not roar to impress but to express. Your true authentication of being a leader and say obeye ade be benefit citizens no. That's why we voted for you. Enti ano na Ghana for be ehwe. Enti sisi ano President Mahama adentina ufri say Mahama epeso oja a good legacy ansan with oko. Onyanya good legacy ni to a every person bia ye be you know as NDC flag bearer no. Eno no be gina so dia ye campaign e dia ba power. When you new face and I amemu nya so ho ofe mu ska me PhD o. It's about your ideas and how as ye to me show on sabit me bu o man. Eno ne hwehwe. Baomia ma lectures be bre. Ye say okotena and not the Bank of Ghana ebo akofo ma cedi ni is stable. Ghana fo ni na anya gidie de tanachi e ma ne ba 8 years. Ya so na hwe ye hu de we ositie. Into ono no ye nim ni suban dada. Ana mess na wo create no obi de less than 1 year. A reset sa o mess no. Into be den bi. Ti adenti na obi foforo na oba na omba ba mu da no. Ono so ye nso ne hwe wo party ni. So ono so ba no ono so toto nyoma ya. We will stay power for about 12 years and then you're free so.
Wow.
So see our governance no as sound and to say first no. One thing ama MPP see our communication I dey say see antin betna me come through. Oh yeah, e be fact check you. Media stations na ma ban mo MPP for pa because they see our betna no pedal force with the be fact checking and say the can any cry na say any cry. So what you say? Aha. Nti see our governance ni nya about say me ho ofe me nim ofe muska ana me ye well known. Oh you well known na won your nyoma ya ye beto atwene. That's how sisi Ghana for edu omo yi neko.
Yemfa we nwram na yemfancy concerning the renaming of Kotoka International Airport. Hon se mo na kwakoye deja
yeah. Sa topic we kra hu hia me pa. Say mate say MPP for no ye dede wo ho say aban a omo sesa Kotoka International Airport no e dey akwa Accra International Airport no mo mpene.
Yeah, even the minority cry.
Almost say a wastage of tax money. And fan so be amle benefit bia enye yi. And fan Ghana for so. But I'm asking them, you see, he who demands for equity must come with clean hands. You be some question 4 pay. 1.